go this way. Warning, this episode contains something under sexual nature, you guys know. While sitting around the house of a girlfriend one night, she says she wants to give you a manicure. That's something I would say yes to. Letting your friend groom you puts in a very mood. After she finishes the job, you get cozy on the couch and have a hot and heavy time. Unfortunately, the next day, your friends see your polished nails and rag you for days about it. Little do they know. Yeah, dude, I got second base because I let her give me a manicure. Second base is higher on the list than manicure. Who gives a fuck? Your dad's boss thinks that you're a fine young man. He would be honored if you would consider escorting his lovely daughter, Mathilda, to accompany his dinner dance. To the company dinner dance. Sure. Yeah, why not? That sounds fun. Accept the invitation. Is Mathilda hot? This is a very open-minded set of choices. You're right at the country club. Oh, the country club. Went to meet dad's boss's daughter. All of a sudden, this movie star walks up to you. Your eyes glaze, your mouth gets dry, and you must concentrate very hard to prevent your tongue from dropping out of your mouth. Could this be Mathilda? Nope, it's somebody who thinks you work their parking cars. Mathilda arrives complete with braces, pigtails, and a squeaky laugh. Let's see. Braces are cute on a lot of girls. Pigtails, they can be cute depending on like your hair, I guess, and it has to do with your face too. They kind of go together. And the squeaky laugh, that could be annoying. As time goes on, you find out she's not so bad. Dad gets a raise the following week. Now about the company picnic next month. Cool. Emotional. Your dad decides he wants to have a long talk with you about college. In his talk, he advises you to do all the things you think you would like to do at least. He suggests careers that you couldn't see yourself doing in a million years. He talks about colleges that seem dull and uninteresting. Say, son, have you ever thought about going to military college? You get the distinct sense that he has already planned the next 8 years of your life for you. At this point, you may not be sure that you want to go to college at all. I'm anxious. I'm gonna tell you you're not. I'm gonna listen quietly. You're letting your father overstep his bounds as an advisor. His concern about you getting a good education has caused him to behave in an overly controlling fashion. You're evidently too anxious to confront him about this, so he continues making decisions for you, keeping you not only anxious and depressed, but dependent on him as well. A little while later, at a huge family gathering, one of the relatives from your father's side of the family makes a snide remark about your physical appearance and the lack of taste and good sense children show when they're dressing and manicuring themselves. My girlfriend gave me a manicure. Pfft, you're just jealous. Because your familial sphere status is high, your mother defends your style of dress and individuality. She's happy. Wasn't she the one that's like, yo, can't wear this weird, was it dog collar? You can't wear this dog collar? What are you, a bitch? And then I took it anyways and got in trouble or something. She's happy to inform this relative that the only lack of sense she perceives is shown by someone who criticizes another on superficial qualities such as looks, as opposed to more enduring qualities like character. Yeah, Mom. Awesome. We got a little bit more ways to go. Let's keep on the emotional track. An ad in the paper says, wanted young adults 15 to 20 for acting modeling jobs. Ask for Rod. I'm interested. I would love to be an actor. I don't know if I could do modeling, but I would love to be in acting, even if I was just an extra. That's something I want to do someday, is be an extra in a movie. Let's apply. It's not going to hurt me to apply. Rod seems very interested in you and gives you an appointment for an interview. When you arrive at the place where the interview is held, you notice that it's a bare apartment with almost no furniture, just a mattress and a old desk with a phone on it. This seems creepy. I'm gonna stay. Let's see. I don't know. It's bare. It's an apartment, first of all. It's bare. There's no furniture. There's a mattress and there's an old desk with a phone on it. This doesn't seem right. I'm gonna leave. This place could only have meant bad news. Yeah. Either I was gonna get raped or it was just a scam. One of the older kids in school takes you aside and offers you a quick way to make money by dealing drugs. That's a good business to go into, but I would highly not encourage that. Nothing too heavy or dangerous. According to him, all you have to do is deal some pot and few lewds. Not interested. Nope. Would never do that in real life. I won't do it. He tells you that you have just passed up an opportunity to make some easy money. He's caught dealing 3 weeks later, but nothing much happens to him. 3 months after that, you read that he's jailed in South America during a drug-related incident. Dumbass. Let's see. I haven't done physical. A cousin of yours asked if you'd like to inherit his weight set. That would be awesome. I wish someone would do that in real life to me. Sure. You're the type of person who sticks with his interests. You build up your body, increasing strength and definition. A group of girls at school have been referring to you as this bod. Physical and social characteristics increase. I am not buff in real life. I mean, I've gained some muscle in the past like 6 months, so I guess that's cool. I'm more fit. A little while later, you have just spent your last dime of available cash on a new record album. That's what I do. On the way out of the store, a beautiful girl asks if you'd like to take her to a movie later. Because you have an excellent social skills, you convince her to come to your house to listen to your new album. Instead, you're irresistible. Damn, I got more game than I do in real life. Intellectual. All of your friends are skipping class and they wanted to come along. I'm going to say interested and I'm going to say skip class because there's no way I could do not say this. Because when I was a freshman in high school, I did not want to ditch, but all my friends want to ditch. And that's the only thing I got peer pressure to in high school was ditching school. I ditched a lot my freshman year. I ditched a smaller amount sophomore year. I didn't ditch much my junior year, and I ditched a lot in senior year too, but it was more of a I was already doing good in classes, and so I just went to other classes where my teachers didn't mind if I was there. So I don't even know if you want to call that ditching. So yeah, I'm going to skip. Your status of the trustworthiness characteristics suggests that you're not the type of person who does this sort of thing frequently. Exactly. As a result, you experience no negative emotional consequences except for a slight decrease in the calmness characteristics. Since you're so trustworthy, and I think this is bound to make you a little nervous. Yeah, this is spot on. My freshman year, every time we ditched, I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm going to do it anyways. And all my friends are going. So and the entire time I was so nervous. I was like, we're going to get caught. There's a cop. Okay, we're good. There's a car. Oh, we're good. We ditched my friend's house who lived a few blocks away, or we'd go to my block. I have a friend that lives in the same block as me. One time we went to her house. She said we could ditch there anytime we want because she was being homeschooled at the time or something like that. And so we went there. We're in her backyard, and we're like, my friend Jacob spilt soda on himself, and I was told to go get napkins from inside, so I put my head through the doggy door of her back door, and she was in there. She was like, oh, hey. She's like, I saw some shadows, and I got scared. I thought there was someone, like, trying to break in. Good thing she didn't call the cops or anything. So we're in there, and then I went to go pee, and while I was taking a pee, her dad came home. All my friends bolted out the back door into the backyard to hide. I walked out of the bathroom. Her dad walks into the room. We both meet in the kitchen, and he's like, he just looks at me, and I'm just like, hello, I'm blah, blah, blah's friend. And he was like, yeah. And then he calls her over, and she walks up, and she's like, Caulin, what are you doing? She acts so dumb, like she had no idea I was there. I was like, are you trying to suggest I broke into your house and used your restroom? And it was really bad. And they were arguing, and I just kind of like walked out the back door in the middle of their arguing, and I was like, yeah, guys, we should go. And we left. That was the only time I ever got caught ditching, and I never got in trouble for it. I just had that funny memory, and I'm actually good friends with that friend still and her dad. And the awkward thing is he thought we were like having sex or something, and I was like, no, not at all. That was not going on. But let's move on. I'm telling a lot of stories this session. It's so late that I'm in the storytelling mood. So I'm going to go into physical again. You are hanging around your friend's house. There's nobody home but you and he. Your friend goes to his parents' bedroom, emerges with a small yellow box. He opens the box, shows you his father's gun. Oh, fuck. Calm and tell him, put it away before you fucking kill someone. Acting anxious might cause your friend to tease you or egg you on the gun. He did a dangerous thing by taking the gun out. One or both of you could have been killed, and intellectual fear increases. Could have died that day. Just going chronologically, let's go down to vocational finally. On the back of an old matchbook cover, you see an offer which promises you the possibility of a free art scholarship if you can draw Winnie, a cartoon figure on the inside flat. I'm interested. I am an art major, so of course I'm going to do this. Your picture is return of an offer to enroll in a home study course sponsored by the International Institute of Constructive Creative Painting and Art. Tuition is, of course, waived because you qualify for a full scholarship. There's a $500 plus state sales tax where applicable. Fee for tools and materials. Are you interested in purchasing this material? Yes. That is awesome. That's awesome. You don't have enough money. Really, my dad can't be like, here's $150, son. A little while later, that's horrible. I need money, man. A little while, I just missed out on the best deal ever. A little while later, you're walking home from the library late at night when all of a sudden you're ambushed by 3 older kids. Fuck. They turn you upside down and empty your pockets. Then they punch and kick you for no reason. You're fairly good physical condition, so you quickly recover from the incident. Did I just get robbed? Money. What the fuck? I just lost like most of my money. Just right there. That happened right there. Let's go to vocational. I'm sorry, but you must have a job to do this. Fake net. No. I don't have a job. Let's apply for a job. I need some money. For what kind of job would you like to apply? Cook in fast food, clerk in a drugstore sounds good. Ticket taker in a, oh, I'd love to be a ticket taker. Trucker's helper for assistant. Yeah, let's go tickets. Cool. I wish I would work in real life. Everywhere I've applied in real life, I've just gone like either no response or they're like, yeah, we don't need you, even though they hire people who are underqualified in comparison to me. I know who you are, people. I know that I'm better than you. Maybe that's why I'm getting hired. They're like, this guy thinks he's better than everybody. Cool, I just got a job, finally. Can make some moolah. I'm gonna go with physical. Oh, sexual nature, love these ones. You're getting dressed one day, notice a small red dark. Oh my god. You notice a small red mark on your penis. Could it be some kind of disease? I'm gonna act anxious and I'm gonna ignore it. That's the guy thing that most guys would do. It's typical. It's probably what I do. It's only a pimple, but you worry about it until it goes away. Caulin decreases. That has happened to me, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, that has happened to me. I had an abscess on my crotch one time. This was back in April of 2000. Was it? It wasn't 13. 2012. April 2012. I had an abscess. I was like, I had no idea what was going on. I was like, do I have herpes? I haven't even had sex. I'm like, what's going on? And I was so like anxious and like worried, but I didn't tell anybody about it. I never told anybody about it. And eventually I kind of like did some research and I was like, okay, that's what it is. It's an abscess. And what an abscess is, it's kind of like a boil. It's kind of like a pimple, like a bigger pimple. It was really weird. And I actually have a scar on my crotch from it, which is kind of cool. And I literally just looked down my pants. Well, I don't know why. Let's move on. Let's go down to, I have a job now. In your own opinion, you have been doing a good job at work. Your boss, however, constantly complains about the pickiest things. He never tells you when you're doing a good job. When you do something wrong, he really lets you have it, even when you foul up on something easily correctable. To make matters worse, most of the mistakes you make are his fault. Now he has called you into his office for a discussion. Decision means that you're about to get yelled at for something. I am angry. I'm anxious. I'm gonna listen quietly. Yeah, I've become used to this kind of abuse, but you shouldn't have. Don't you know that if you listen to negative things about yourself long enough, you usually... that's probably true. That's probably true. Damn. So, wait, am I still working? Am I sucked in action? What? Stop. Why does this happen to me? Whatever, let's follow down. Let's go to emotional. Oh, I guess I'm applying for a new job. Alright, then why'd you bring that up? You are in a quiet, pensive mood, yeah, and your thoughts turn to subject of religion. Your family's beliefs seem out of step with your own as you wonder about the nature of your existence. Would they understand if you told them about the differences? Sure, let's go curious. Yeah, sure. You just started questioning meaning, religion, faith, and become some of life's larger, more philosophical questions is admirable. This kind of independent thinking stimulates the mind and fuels divergent thought. Your parents accept your right to your views, but strongly disagree. You feel that their arguments are weak compared to yours. They seem to accept more things like faith. You want reasons. The discussion seems figured out unless you realize that perhaps the most important aspect about it is their acceptance of you and their secret pride in the knowledge that you are a bright, free-thinking person. A little while later, it's time for your dental checkup. You seem to take pretty good care of yourself. You had 3 cavities. I hate dental checkups. I haven't gone to a dentist since a year and a half ago. And actually, no. Yeah, a year and a half ago. And I went because I had a really bad toothache. And they're like, oh, it's an infection. It looks like it's inside of your root canal that you had since you were young. You could either get that removed and then we could redo the root canal, or you could take out the tooth completely. And then 2 days later, the toothache is gone. I've been fine ever since. So fuck dentists. I really don't like dentists at all. I hate dentists. I just wish my teeth could be good. I take so much good care of my teeth, and I hate that they're becoming crooked from my wisdom teeth. And my wisdom teeth coming in, so I'm like, I'm going to have to go see a dentist. It's the worst fucking thing ever. And I probably have one cavity, and it's so annoying. I hate taking care of teeth. It's the most annoying thing ever. That's my rant for today. Sorry you're too old for this episode. Alright. While you're shopping in town one day, a woman who introduced herself as a photographer tells you that you are very handsome and that she might be able to get some modeling work for you. She gives you a card. I'll take the card and I'll visit. Why not? YOLO. The woman tells you that she has just been given an assignment to shoot some models for a famous men's underwear manufacturer. Would you like the pay is I just said earlier I cannot be a model, but I would do this, sure. Yeah. And no one's ever come up to me and be like, you could be a model. An underwear model. And I was like, oh, good. All you have to do is take off all your clothes and have a seat over there. How do you feel? Nervous and embarrassed, but I'm going for it. And, oh, this seat is cold and you don't seem to have enough hands to cover all your parts that need covering. You try to appear casual, but end up looking like a cheap imitation of the statue of the thinker. The one gets you a robe. After she sets up the curtain, she asks you to put on what looks like a little sack of string going around the other side. You ask her what magazines the picture to print. She says all the major men's magazines and any of the newspapers that will agree to print them. They are a bit risk. Is that how you say that? Risk? I believe so. You can apologize to quit, or I'll continue. Sure. Click, click, snap, the photographer tells you. Come on, baby, look sexy. I love it. More face, that's it. You feel like a piece of raw beef, but the session ends and you're well paid. 2 months later, the photos appear in some men's magazines. Only one person notices the resemblance between you and the guy in the ad. Do you tell him it's you? I'm just like, remain quiet. Just remain quiet. The burdens of stardom. A little while later, there was a very big party happening at the house of a close friend. His parents have hired a local rock group to perform there. The party will last until past your usual curfew time, so you would like your parents to make an exception for it to extend this one night. Because you worked hard in the past to get along with members of your family, they extend your curfew gladly. Nice. I never had a curfew, really. I had a rough curfew of like midnight, and my dad was like, it's okay if you're a little later. And then eventually, like, as I got later into high school, I was like, yeah. And then when I turned 18, my dad was like, you could do whatever the fuck you want. You're an adult. I don't care what you do. You don't have to ask for any permission. Just do what you want. It's your life. And I love my dad. My dad's amazing. Love that man. Probably don't tell him enough. I should tell him that I love him. Not right now. It's 4 in the morning. Let's go to vocational. You know someone's selling an extremely large amount of valuable property from work. I'm going to go concerned and select an action. I'm just gonna do nothing. I don't care. I guess you believe that at this point it doesn't seem worthwhile to get involved. 2 weeks after the incident, you notice that your leather jacket is missing from the coat rack at work. You haven't seen anyone steal it, so you can't prove who stole it. You do have an idea who took it, however, it is never recovered. That sucks. That sucks to have something stolen from you. We're almost done with this. Your best friend since grade school has been looking depressing and confused. He's usually a very happy-go-lucky person, so you really can't understand what could be wrong. Sympathetic, of course. That's me. Ask him what is wrong. He tells you that there's nothing wrong, but you can see by his face. I hate when people do that. I know when something's wrong. Just tell me. I'm here to help you. I want to be your friend. Keep pressing. After much hesitation, he lowers his eyes and blurts out that he thinks he is a homosexual. He's worried that if he tells any friends, they will desert him and that he will be laughed at. What are you feeling right now? Accepting, of course. Of course I'm friends with gay people. I was like, am I friends with gay people? I have like 3 friends that are either bi or full and gay. Are my sweet mates knocking? Probably telling me to shut the fuck up. No, I don't think anyone is. But and a lot of my family's gay. I'm totally for gay rights, by the way. It is nice to see that you're willing to be supportive. Sympathize, ask him to tell you his troubles. Offer support and suggest professional counseling. I'll sympathize with him. Ask him to tell me his troubles. You're asking for more work than you're willing to provide for certain. As a result, your sympathy becomes a very dependent, telling you his every problem, every doubt, and every word. This is bound to wear down the patience of being the most true blue friend. At this time in your life, I'm sure you have many of your own problems to deal with. As well, you become tired of being his therapist and begin to avoid him. Your friendships eventually, and that sucks. That sucks. I was doing my best to be there for him. So we could go social. I guess we'll go physical. The one physical that's here. You're shopping at a drugstore. It is almost closing time. The manager is letting the customers out one by one, keeping the door locked so no one else could come in. Suddenly, the man in front of you at the cash register takes out a gun and announces a holdup. He smells heavily of alcohol and looks like the gun could be fake. I'd be fucking scared, and I would stay still, honestly, in real life. The gun is fake, but there's no way for you to know that. He leaves the store and is apprehended by police. Just about 10 minutes later, no one is hurt. Good. That is scary. Oh, cool. You have just passed through adolescence phase of life. Family life can be very, very rough during adolescence. Even though your family expects you to take charge of your life, no one wants to let you have the freedom that you do want. Judging by your progress through life so far, your family life has become quite good. All things considered, family members can be pains, but no one seems to mind it when you overhaul your hair for 3 hours every morning in the bathroom. Physically, you have become a healthy young man. Your body image may have a little bit of concern for you during this phase, but you seem strong physically. Socially, this phase of life does present its share of problems. Most of these problems fall into the category of girls. Life must be pretty simple before they showed up. Yeah, your social adjustment to this phase of life has been remarkable. Although you do not have a steady girlfriend at this present time, there's always the next life phase. Now, regarding your emotional development, you're a remarkably trustworthy young man. This trait is bound to take you far, emotionally and vocationally. You are developing into a type of adult that people can confide in. Unfortunately, the burden that comes along with this characteristic is a tendency for people to tell you their problems. A positive aspect of your adolescence is your ability to resist temptation and not give in to your impulses. Since adolescence is a time for testing limits, this can get some people into some dangerous situations. I'm sorry, I'm burpy from drinking water. On the other hand, leading too much of a sheltered life can be boring. You seem to be unusually depressed for such a young person. I hope things get brighter for you later on. Even though an occasional explosive outburst is common in most adolescents, you seem to have everything well under control. You seem to be sensitive and gentle. You certainly have a good head on your shoulders. You are not only book smart, but you also have plenty of common sense. Now that your adolescence is almost over, it's time to be hurled into the abyss of the real world. I'll bet you didn't know that everything you did so far was part of the fake world. I had no idea. So, log in to save your game. Well, I should be logged in already, but hence why I've continued. Welcome to young adulthood. The desire to accomplish is sweet to the soul. Proverbs 13:9. Yeah. So, next time, wow, what is this? Children. I could have children now. I could get married now, have work. I could buy stuff now. Alright, so it looks like this game is going to get a whole lot more complex next episode. Wow, this actually doesn't even look like it's that long. Looks like there's a lot of emotional, probably dealing with relationship, a lot of family, work stuff, it looks like next episode we're probably going to get more serious about our life. So, thank you guys for joining me for Alter Ego. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to leave a comment on what your thoughts are on this episode and the one before it. This is a long session. How long has this session been going? Been going on for almost 50 minutes now. Wow. It's 4 in the morning. I have class in 6 hours. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 7 hours. And so, thank you guys for watching. If you're not a hatchling, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can become a hatchling. And keep on cracking.